Today on episode 274 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our NFL recap, an NBA catch-up, small business shout-out, college hoops catch-up, and the TCF top 3 of the 2026 World Baseball Classic hats. Let's roll.
I would like to wish you all the best with your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. Again, best of luck to you and your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. And one final thought, Zach. Go Cubs! And peace.
Hello and welcome back, Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 274. Make sure to find us on X at typical_Chicago. Head to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and give us a follow there as well. Head on over to our YouTube page for all of our content in video form. Just click the red subscribe button under Typical Chicago Fans. Wherever you get your podcast, we are there as well. So subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars wherever you get your podcast. You can find me on X at Boomy TCF. And of course, the man that I'm joined with over here on the other side of the screen, that is Zach at Z Lilia TCF. Zach, I think we're in spring, dude.
I don't think so. I think we're getting teased. I think we are going to have like a week of nice weather and it's going to be back to cold.
Fake spring.
Yeah, I mean, we always get this. It's the beginning of February still. Oh, I guess it's the middle of February.
It was 52 today. I wore jeans and a t-shirt.
I was looking that next week it's going to be back in the 30s. A few golf courses around here were open, but I think it's more of a tease for us. I don't think it's going to last, but it's nice to have. But it's just Illinois weather at its finest.
I had that thought because I was out just putting a couple things away in the garage, and I was like, "Do I put my snow shovels away yet?" And I'm like, "No, I feel like that's the ultimate jinx. You put those snow shovels away, they're gonna have to get brought back out."
Yeah, I feel like we're getting a little bit of nice weather, but then like next thing you know, it's gonna be snowing or back to freezing temperatures.
We're bound for that like random like dusting of snow that we're just not ready for.
Yeah, but it has been beautiful this last weekend, the last week really, and I wish it would stay.
Me too, especially I'm in the time of the year my dad's down in Arizona getting ready for spring training, and I'm getting pictures from him every day, and it's 80 degrees down there, so that's not what I like. I don't mind them when it's 52. When it's like 30 and sleety and snowy, then I hate them.
Well, yeah. So we're kind of I don't know. We're kind of getting a feel for spring coming up here, but it's just you can never trust it.
That's a good way to put it. I couldn't disagree with you anymore. Let's roll into things. As always, we've got our sinkers and floaters. My sinker is the NBA All-Star Weekend, and I'm going to go off on this for just a second here. This used to be something. I missed the 3-point contest and the dunk contest yesterday because I didn't know it was starting at like 3:00 in the afternoon. What are we doing here? The All-Star game missed nearly all of that. Why are we playing the All-Star game at like 2:00 on a Sunday?
Yeah, I missed the dunk contest and the 3-point contest because it's not even it's not Saturday night anymore. It's Saturday afternoon pretty much. And it seems like what they did it for was because Peacock has also the Olympics replays on it, so they can't have both. I don't really understand that. The
NBA and I know this is, American centric, but like the NBA All-Star game to me is bigger than the Winter Olympics. I don't know. That's probably just because I'm a basketball fan more than I'm an Olympic fan. But I literally did not catch any of the 3-point. I found out that they were going on because I saw on Twitter that Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest.
Well, you didn't miss much in the dunk contest. The dunk contest is done for. It's awful. They shouldn't even do it anymore.
Did you know that the dunk contest went away for like 5 years in the mid-90s? That the year that Vince Carter won it and was like, it was on a hiatus. It might not have been 5 years, but it had been a couple years that it was on a hiatus.
Well, they should do it again because it's terrible.
It is. It's bad. You have to. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you have to incentivize guys like Ant Edwards and all these like freakish jumpers to get in it because it's terrible. I don't want to watch Richardson bounce his head off the floor trying to do a dunk.
Like KD, LeBron never doing it in their career is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. And the All-Star game, this was a great format that they had this year. The USA versus, the international players, great format. I got to watch like 5 minutes of it.
It was actually a decent game too for all of them.
Yes.
But for some reason they're going to ruin it next year by trying to fix it in the wrong way. It's just how they do it. The NBA All-Star games, they just can't get out of their own way sometimes.
Well, and I get like it had gotten stale, and I love the Elam ending where they had to play to a certain number. That was awesome. I love that.
I honestly liked what they did this year.
Yeah, big fan.
But being like done by 7 o'clock at night is pretty crazy.
And what's crazy, I feel like the 3-point contest had to have started at what, like 2 o'clock? That's noon East or West Coast time because it was in LA.
And I know not everyone watches golf, but Pebble Beach was on at the same time, and it was pretty interesting. Why not wait until that's over with? Like, you're not really competing with the Olympics. If you're going to watch the Olympics, you're going to watch the Olympics. Yeah. It's not
the
early
Venn
enough.
diagram
It's too early in hockey for it to matter at this point.
Well, and the hockey's on a hiatus right now because everybody's at the Olympics.
Well, no, I mean like the Olympic hockey. Even if you were going to watch it, it's still group play. Like, there's no way that
I see what you're saying.
The teams that you think are going to win are going to lose. So,
yeah, no, dude, they almost took a great step forward and then they botch it with the times. This is bad. This is like someone like me and you who you used to come over here in the basement to watch the All-Star game. Like, people who like it, they almost fixed it and then they ruin it and because of their timing. Like, what are we doing here, NBA?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a whole weekend, and then like Friday night it's over before you know it. And it just seems like they are trying to do it earlier in the day, which I don't understand why.
Yeah.
And it also seems like Peacock, I don't really understand. Like, it's an app. You can have multiple things going at the same time. Why worry about it overlapping with a replay pretty much of the Olympics?
Bingo. You're spot on, dude. I'm not a big fan of what just happened this weekend.
My sinker actually kind of involves your dad, and it's people who like to go to spring training. They will not be seeing a lot of the best players if they at first. It's going to be a lot of them going to the World Baseball Classic. It's kind of sucks in a way because you're going to miss a little bit of everything. Like, Cubs will have Bregman, PCA. And like, that's kind of the fun part about going to spring training. Not saying they're not going to be back by the end of the month, but it does kind of affect that because they're probably going to be gone a little bit before it, and they're not going to come back right away. It's just, I think, something that it affects people like your dad, who every year goes to spring training, and it makes a trip out of it and a few months out of it, really. And I just kind of think that the timing of it isn't great. The baseball offseason is very long. Why waiting until the beginning of spring training? I know you don't want to play baseball, then take a break, and then play baseball again. But I think that them putting it right before the season starts, I don't really like that.
Yeah, but it starts the 3rd and runs to the 17th. So I get what you're saying.
That's 2 weeks of spring training that somebody who spends, not everyone's going to spend a whole month at spring training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's just it kind of sucks for people who make trips out of it.
Big time. And especially if you're not like super deep on like your team's like prospect pool. Like, it's great that, if you're well versed in, your team's top 50, you get to see a lot of those younger guys that aren't going to get the shot, because a guy like
are going to be in it, like for different countries, not just the USA.
That is true too. That's true.
Like, even lower level players will be playing for other countries, so it just kind of sucks in a way if you had already made a trip out of it. I mean, no one really thinks about the World Baseball Classic is going to be at the beginning of March.
It almost feels like they missed an opportunity to start it like the day after the Super Bowl. You know
or
what I
something.
mean?
You start at the beginning of February and then go right, do it from February, let's say February, whatever, 6th to like the 20th or however they're going to do it. And then go right into spring training, report afterwards.
Yep, exactly. That would make
Especially like a
way
guy like
more sense.
Seiya. Seiya went from Japan to Arizona, and now he's going back to Japan
Yeah.
in a few weeks.
Yep,
Now,
exactly.
a lot of players are probably doing that.
That part of it does stink, but dude, I'm so pumped for the World Baseball
I'm very
Classic.
excited for the baseball part of it. I think World Baseball Classic is awesome, but we could have used it the last few weeks.
Yeah, big time. It would have been a great space filler.
Because, I mean, you spend your whole offseason being ready for baseball. I don't think them starting it maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks before spring training would affect that much. You'd be ready anyways.
You're 100% right.
Baseball off seasons are already too long and they suck.
Yes, I don't disagree with you there.
Because the way they can fix it is they make a set day for free agents. There's still guys who haven't signed yet.
Yeah, they'll never change that though.
No, they won't, and that's why they're going to be in a lockout here soon.
Yeah.
Because
don't forget,
they don't
people,
change
this year,
anything in baseball.
It's probably going to be the last year we have baseball for a while. So enjoy this season.
Little things like they change the pitch clock and stuff like that. Like the being able to say if it's a strike or a ball and like challenge that stuff. But then the other main things that they just don't worry about.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. My floater this week is postseason basketball. Illinois high school basketball playoffs. The girls have already started. They played this week in their first round. Boys the week after, but then that just kind of like starts the trickle down, right? You get your high school sports, the state tournament, one of the most fun things in the state of Illinois, and then that wraps right into college postseason and conference tournaments and the NCAA tournament and NIT and all that stuff. So it's just like one of my favorite times of the year. So I'm super pumped.
I do like when it was 2 different weekends for boys basketball because it kind of was a little bit longer of a postseason.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a great time right into March Madness, right into conference tournaments for college and stuff. And it's a great time of year. Baseball is going to start. Hockey's going to come back. Basketball is going to start heating up. It's really going to be a good time for sports.
This, like, probably from now until like that first week of April is like my favorite time of the year. And I have been picking up my college basketball viewership. I've been watching college basketball just about every night in some capacity. So I'm starting to get really excited. Yeah, college baseball started this weekend.
Yeah, so there's always a college baseball game on if you have like ESPN Plus.
That's funny you say that because one of my sinkers that I had written down that I actually deleted was going to be Hulu because when you pull up like the sports tab, they just have games, right? They have like the North Carolina logo and the Coastal Carolina logo, but then underneath it is where it says the sport. And it's just that time of year where softball started last week and baseball starts this week. So the list is just like, it never ends. And you have to read it carefully because you're like,
well, you can't see.
Yeah, well, that's true too. I cannot. But like, I clicked on a game thinking like, oh, this is a great college basketball matchup. And then it comes on and it's softball.
Oh, well, hey, sports are sports.
No, I'm not complaining, but it's just there's so much going on. I love it.
My floater is, I don't know if you saw this, Anthony Kim. He won the Live event, and he went through a very hard time with kind of like drugs and alcohol and stuff. And he was one of the biggest names in golf, probably back in like 2006 or 7. He was right up there with Tiger Woods and stuff like that as he was a young prospect in golf, and he was really like a high name, and then kind of just went away, and no one really knew what kind of happened. And a few years ago, he got sober, and now he kind of started back up with Live. He may be back on the PGA Tour at some point, but he won his first event in like 15, 16 years It would have been last night, kind of. I think it was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning here because it was in Australia, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's just cool, a real redemption story that you love to see in sports, something good
That's
happening
awesome.
in sports.
Was it him that got like super close in an event, maybe like back in the fall?
He actually was really struggling.
Oh,
He
okay.
started off kind of struggling. He hadn't really, like, when he was going through all of it, he didn't really golf, so he was kind of getting back into golf. And then I don't know if you know, like, the Four Aces. It's the one with, like,
Hmm.
Dustin Johnson's team. A spot opened up for that. He joined them. He actually had to play his way back into Live, because the way Live does it, like, the bottom players, like, points wise, you have to go play your way back into Live in these tournaments. And he played his way back into it this last, we say, off season. And then he comes back and he shoots like a crazy score in the last round to beat Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm.
That's awesome.
So, and it was very cool the way everyone kind of embraced it all. And for me, I've been through my own sobriety stuff, and it's just cool to see that whole thing of it's a cool story that a lot of stupid stuff happens in sports. For something good to happen to somebody, and actually
For sure.
a story that's gonna hopefully help people maybe get sober or just kind of get their life together. It's awesome to see. Even though, I mean, you can say what you want about Liv, it's still like those two players right there are top 5 golfers in golf either
Big
way.
time.
Even though they're not on the PGA Tour, it's still crazy to see. And he was showing a lot of motion too, and that's so awesome to see in golf too. You don't see that a lot.
Like you said, man, there's so much, bad stuff that in the world,
Oh,
politics, world events, like there's so much negative stuff in all the sports. It's good to see, good guys, good things happen to good people, and this is definitely one of those stories, and one that should be celebrated more than us
yeah, and
sensationalizing all the
it's not
bad stuff.
it's not live PGA. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with
Yeah.
somebody that kind of dug themselves out of a rut of a really bad way.
Hmm.
I mean, he didn't know if he was even going to kind of stay around, and now he's back playing golf at a competitive level. And uh, golf sports in general, it's just a good story to see.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Let's transition ourselves into the TCF Sports Minute. We'll get started with the Blackhawks. Obviously, we talked about it earlier, the NHL being on a break for the Olympics. Only one Blackhawk in the Olympics. That's Teuvo Teravainen, playing for Finland, I believe. But the Blackhawks are sitting at 22, 26, and 9, 53 points. They're 10 games out of the wild card. It's not going to happen, but they're not like the bottom 2 or 3 anymore. We're like the 6th worst team in the NHL.
Which kind of sucks in a way. I
Yeah.
mean, it's good that they're playing better and they have kind of maybe of a core going on, but if you're going to be bad, you want to be bad. We're going to get into it with the Bulls. I mean, if you were going to be the middle of the pack, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of it had to do with Bedard's injury back in November and December. But like, I mean, he's so fun to watch. It just
Oh yeah.
you're slowly seeing the increase, but it's like it still feels like we're a million miles
And
away from being
I'm happy
competitive.
he's not playing in the Olympics because I actually
I was
seen the
gonna
other
say that
day,
too.
I think it was a player for maybe the Kings broke his leg out for the
Yep.
season.
Yep.
Like, that's tough to do in the middle of a season. We're talking about the World Baseball Classic being at the beginning of a season. To just be in the middle of a season and you go to the Olympics, and it's crazy that they allow this because they weren't allowing it for a while.
No, it was the first time since what, 2014, maybe?
And you kind of understand why.
Yeah, big. I think about that all the time as a basketball fan. I'm like, if the Winter Olympics had basketball instead of the Summer Olympics, would the NBA teams let their players go? I don't think they would, and I wouldn't blame them.
But you would think hockey is so much more like competitive in a way that, like, you're going to get hurt a lot
Yeah,
easier. I mean, there's always you could tear ACL or an Achilles in basketball, but like they're fighting each other. There was the first fight, I think.
Yeah, Tom Wilson, that scumbag.
Yeah, they don't usually
Of
fight in the
course, it
Olympics.
was Tom Wilson.
But yeah, it's very interesting that they allow this. But the Blackhawks, it's fun to know that like Bulls, Blackhawks, Bears, Cubs. I mean, they're all at least like trying. They're competitive in a way. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I'm not throwing the Bulls in there.
No,
sorry, I didn't mean to throw the Bulls in there.
Last thing before we move to the Bulls, though, the Rockford IceHawks hosted the AHL All-Star Game last week.
Yeah, was that like in the middle of the week?
Yeah, it was.
See, I didn't like that. I was thinking about going to it.
I know.
We had talked about that. I saw it was like on a weekday.
Yeah, the skills competition was on like a Wednesday, and then the game was on a Thursday, I think.
Especially when there's no NHL All-Star Game.
Yeah, dude.
That matter when you do it. I guess maybe they're trying to play around like the Olympic hockey. I don't really get it.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do, trying to not interfere with that. With that being said, let's move into the Bulls because it's been a little over a week since the trade deadline, and the Bulls have just burned it all down. And here's my issue with it. They've done it so poorly, and I'm going to start to agree with you now, Zach, and I've been standing on a soapbox for AK for the last however many years. He stinks.
But I'm also apology, John Paxson.
No, I will never go that far.
I'm just saying, like, we thought, oh, we got rid of him. We're all going to be better. Maybe we got it worse.
Well, if you're seeing this with two GMs like this back to back, obviously we all know it's the ownership group. I still think that AK is hamstrung by Jerry Reinsdorf. I truly do, because here's what we've seen. We've seen a fan favorite that is from Chicago, played at Morgan Park High School, played at the U of I. AO traded for Rob Dillingham, who's not very good. And then they get rid of Julian Phillips, which whatever, I don't mind that. Finally moved Kobe White. Fine. It is what it is.
Waited way too long.
Waited way too long. The only thing that I like that they did was picking up Jaden Ivey. I'm not ready to give up on Jaden Ivey just yet. He was a really, really good college player.
What is he going to be on this team? Like you can only do so much. I mean, this team is terrible, which is what you
Colin
want.
Sexton is another one. It's like,
I think Colin Sexton's open. You waited too long. Now you can't even be bad enough to be the worst team in the league at this point.
Yep. And Vooch is finally gone, but that should have happened 2 years ago.
Yeah. And then
the fact of the matter is
if we're going to trade,
and we're still stuck with
trade other players for nothing, why don't we just get rid of Patrick Williams? Maybe no one would take him.
I'll pack his bags. I can't stand Patrick Williams.
I can't stand. What I think is they did the right thing is they're starting to rebuild, but they waited too long and they did the wrong thing.
Like, great. We've got 14 second-round picks. Those mean nothing to me.
And you waited until the last second of a trade deadline. You're not going to get what you want for that. I mean, I just don't get it. I think this Bulls team deserves no one to go to these games, but they're always going to be full, which sucks. Not sucks, because I do think the United Center is like, it's an experience. It's fun to go to.
I agree.
They got the Jordan statue, and it's always fun to go to like downtown Chicago. But
and you know how it is. You're gonna be able to get. They're 1-9 in their last 10. You're gonna end up being able to get 300 level tickets for
which is
$10.
What you want. But you wanted that to start the season, not in the middle of the season when now you're gonna be maybe the top 10 worst team in the league, top 5. You don't want to. You want to be the worst.
Be worse than that.
But you want to be the worst.
Yes, I agree. It's so bad.
And AO, who is playing really well with the Timberwolves right now.
Yeah, because he's got pieces around him.
And then you get rid of Dalen Terry, which I don't even know why they had Dalen Terry. That's
another. The draft.
The draft picks are terrible.
Dalen Terry has never been good.
And you drafted AO, who I think was a good pick for where he was in the draft.
Big time.
And then they get rid of him. But we keep Patrick Williams. And I don't get it.
I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like, don't forget Patrick Williams, still only 24. I don't care how old he is. He can't play basketball.
And my thing is, why is Mac McClung not just on this team full time?
Just let him play the whole time. Him and that Yuki. Just let him play.
Like the fans show up. I don't know. That doesn't really matter. But and then Matis is on this team that just sucks now.
Yes, dude, it's so bad. It is so bad.
It's just
we're touting out. Yeah,
they rebuilded. Is that a word?
Yeah, this guy they acquired from the Knicks. I don't even know how to pronounce his first name. Guarshan Yasubale. He's from France. I remember him from the Olympics. He starts. He's the biggest guy on the team, I think.
The problem with this rebuild is now they're going to go, oh, we're rebuilding, so it's going to give them some more time, even though they deserve no time. None. Everyone's got to go. I like so Billy Donovan. I don't think it's anything to do with him, but that's what happens. You got to get rid of everybody.
Here's what I think happened: is AK started making these moves and had something for Giannis, and Jerry Reinsdorf stepped in and was like, we can't afford that. That's what my gut tells me.
And I also just don't think that they had enough that the Bucks cared.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they going to do? Give up every second-round pick for the next 3 years?
14 second-round picks.
Especially in a draft that no one really ever cares about the second round.
Yeah, but dude, I don't know. The draft class this year's so good.
Well, yeah, but it's not like they have 14 picks this year.
Yeah, no, you're right. That would be crazy.
What I mean? 14 picks over the next 5 years. What are we going to really do with that? I mean, you can get some good players, but
you can only have like 15 on your roster at one time.
Yeah, I don't really. It's not like it's like a football draft or baseball or something like that. Like there's just not much, especially now. Players really don't leave a lot.
Yeah, they're incentivized
early anymore. Now with the NIL deal.
And once you get in the league, you're incentivized, with money to stay where you're at.
And maybe a sinker should have been too. The way that they're letting these guys go back to college is
that's going to get stopped though. The
guy from Alabama. That he can't play anymore.
He shouldn't. Well, he shouldn't have been able to play. He's not good.
We saw is it Amari Bailey?
Yeah, he's trying to go to what was it, Utah State or something?
Yeah, he hadn't played since like 2003 or something. What are we doing here?
23.
What did I say? 2003.
2003. Sorry. I think he was born in 2003.
He hasn't played like 23 years.
Where did he enroll at? I just saw this.
Because he was at UCLA, got drafted.
Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, he's a kid that should have never came out.
If your name is in the draft, you can't go back to college. I think that should be a rule.
And I love it as a Florida.
If you are on the draft list as of the night the draft happens, so sometimes players go in, see where they're going to be at, and then go back to college, which I understand that. But if you get drafted to a G League team or something like that, even like you shouldn't be able just to go back to college. That's unfair to people that are playing college basketball now.
I love it because he went into the guy at Bama when they went to Florida and Florida smacked him and they started the G League dropout chant. I love that. I don't think he was on the team much. It was like 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks. God, I still have the Bulls stats pulled up, and Patrick Williams averages 6.9 points per game.
I mean, because
he played 51 freaking games.
Kawhi Leonard was doing amazing. I think he got like MVP, and they kept saying his nickname, which is the Claw. And remember that the nickname the Paw was for Patrick Williams.
6.9 points per game in his.
He didn't even start at Arizona.
Florida State.
Oh, Florida State, sorry.
No, he was the sixth man there.
Was Matis from Arizona?
Matis, no, he was from the G League. Dalen Terry was from Arizona.
Well, yeah, that's just bad draft.
You're getting your crappy Bulls basketball players mixed up.
Oh, I mean, they just can't draft.
No, God. Dude, I also saw another video that was like, who the Bulls could have drafted with like in retrospect. And like it goes back to the year that they drafted, I can't remember who it was. It was Wendell Carter, and SGA went like 3 picks later.
And we got Lauri Markkanen, and then we got rid of him before he was good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like, I mean, it just went through every year on like players they could have had.
That should play outside the United Center.
On a 24-hour loop right outside of Jerry Reinsdorf's house. Speaking of Jerry, let's talk about something that's at least positive. The Cubbies open up the season on Friday against the White Sox. We've talked pretty much all the big deals here in the last week. They picked up Shelby Miller. You probably remember that name. Pitched for the Brewers for a while.
Did you know he's not playing this season?
He's not playing this year?
No. He tore his UCL.
What?
I didn't know that either. And I got looking into it like, oh, yeah, he's out for the 2026 season.
What?
Yeah, he tore his UCL.
Oh, so they're just like stashing him?
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure I looked into it and that he, at the end of last year, tore his UCL. And in your
on
elbow,
October
right?
20th. Yeah, October 20th, it was announced that Shelby would miss the entire 2026 season after undergoing surgical repairs.
It was a big deal at all.
That's a 2-year, $2.5 million contract.
Yeah, which I guess is a low contract for baseball, but
peanuts,
still,
yeah. Dude, Shelby Miller has played for everybody. I forgot he was on the Cubs in 2021.
Yeah, they kind of left that detail out.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I missed that. Also, a name you might remember, Chas McCormick, who came up with the Astros, signed him to a minor league deal. I don't know if we'll see him, but he's definitely going to get some opportunity.
Another outfield player. Matt Shaw has been seen playing the outfield a little bit. He's going to have to figure out outfield because, I mean, he's not going to play third base unless it's an off day for Bregman, and he rarely takes off days. So I'm excited for this Cubs season. I'm really excited, honestly.
Did I see the projection was 90 wins?
Yeah, I mean, and then the Brewers are getting rid of everybody, it kind of seems like. I don't really understand that.
They're still going to be okay. Like, they're going to be good. I don't know
if
I was
a Brewers fan, though, I'd be pissed. I mean, they're always good, but they don't keep anybody good.
Yeah. The Cubs Pacoda 89-92.
You know, this starting lineup's gonna be good. The bullpen is looking pretty good.
Hey, let's not forget we got Justin Steele coming back, baby.
You got Bregman, Swanson, Nico Horner, Michael Busch on the infield. You got Miguel Amaya coming back behind the plate. And you have Carson Kelly, Happ, Pete Crow Armstrong, and you know, I understand Suzuki may not be the best outfielder.
But he hits tanks, dude. I love Sale.
He can also hit the shit out of the ball. I mean, and then we can have that means the DH spot's kind of open. I mean, you would love to have Kyle Tucker. Don't get me wrong. Did you see the video of Kyle Tucker at spring training? That guy looks like he is so bored with baseball.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. So $600 million. Look excited. Just give me an excited face.
Oh, I love it.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It looks like he has no fun with baseball. Maybe he is. Maybe that's just how he is. But, I mean, this Cubs team, it's going to be fun to watch.
I agree. And also, speaking of fun to watch, I think the White Sox are going to be much more improved.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of Chicago baseball is going to be fun to watch. And I think both divisions are kind of down.
Oh, absolutely. That White Sox division that AL Central's always.
Detroit is just going to ruin themselves. They got Justin Verlander, which who cares? I think
that's a retirement tour.
Good pitcher. First of all, he has the most wins, I think, in baseball right now, and it's like 263 or something. No one's ever going to win 300 games again.
No.
Which is just crazy. But, Cubs division, Cardinals kind of going to suck this year.
Cardinals might be one of the worst teams in the National League.
Pirates, I think they're going to suck this year, too.
The Cardinals will finish below the Pirates. That's going to be my projection.
They're going to be Brewers. Bad. Brewers, I have no trust in. I'm more worried about the Reds than anyone.
Yeah. I agree. They're so inexperienced, but they've made some nice signings. I think they got Suarez back, who just kills the Cubs.
Sometimes in baseball, that's almost the best.
Yeah, just playing young and dumb, dude. But the White Sox just this week they bring back Eric Fetty, which it was a cheap move and another arm that can eat up a ton of innings.
All the Brewers.
That I forgot that's who he went to. Austin Hayes, another younger guy, and then I love they picked up that reliever Jordan Hicks.
This has to be the most excited White Sox fans have been since the year after. Was it 2021?
Yeah,
when
everything fell apart.
That sucks for White Sox fans too. That the 1 year that they were in the playoffs, no one could go to the game.
Well, they got swept by the A's too.
I know, but still, I mean, it would have been awesome to go to. I mean, what is it now?
Guaranteed rate.
Yeah, that would place would have been going crazy.
I still call it U.S. Cellular, and I don't even think that company exists.
Well, I think the picture that I have behind on the StreamYard it has U.S. Welcome to U.S. Cellular on the top of the dugout.
Yeah,
which is hard to say. I'm not good at saying cellular.
It's
hard. It's hard to slow down. Yeah, I think the White Sox is gonna be fun. The Cubs are gonna be fun. Baseball is just what I say about baseball is it's there for you every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a sport
White Sox
that
projected at 70 wins on
as of Friday. There's baseball on until October.
Oh yeah, potentially November.
Sometimes Monday, sometimes Thursday off, but it's just one day off. It's never multiple days off unless it's the All-Star break. That's why I love baseball. It's just always something is going to be on. Usually for the White Sox, it's in the afternoon. Cubs are usually on in the afternoon, but sometimes night games. It's a lovely sport, I'd say.
I agree. Something else that is lovely, and that's our
thing. Did you see that on the broadcast now they will not have the strike zones?
Real? Oh, because they can challenge it now?
Well, yeah, they say it's because they don't want teams to be able to see it. Like, say somebody in the dugout's watching the broadcast, which they are behind, but it could still kind of go off of that, they say. So there will be no more they might have the strike zone up. I don't know. Maybe not. But I love that. I hate that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I wonder how the general public's going to react to that because I like it.
Awesome because I think it annoys me.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I like it.
It just because what I get annoyed of is like that's not always a strike where you think it's going to be a strike.
Yeah, it's a projection. It's not a.
It almost for me gets me more mad in a way. Like
that is
strike, even though
I like getting mad at that though.
But
it's the fun of being a sports fan.
We're gonna have the pitch clock now, and we're gonna have challenge on balls and strikes. So we'll see how it goes. You see Chris Sale? He said he will never challenge.
We'll see about that.
He said that I'm not a ump. He said, "We'll see about
that." Before we move on, we got to give a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters Coffee, the best coffee around that you are going to find. They work with Dom Frederick, our guy. They also work with our left fielder, Ian Happ. So it's good quality stuff. So make sure you check out their website, connectroasters.com. Find them on X at Connect Roasters. But get yourself over to the storefront in Bourbonnais and tell them the TCF boys sent you. So as always, a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters. Zach, let's wrap up the NFL season. It's been a weird season for us with obviously both of our new jobs. We weren't able to do the pick show like we normally do. I'm working on a way to figure that out for the future. Maybe a little TikTok video. Follow us over there as well. But Super Bowl was last Sunday. Just kind of it was a good game. It wasn't a great game. The first half was stunk in my opinion.
Like defense. And
which I don't.
Did you know that the kicker for the Seahawks broke the record for most points scored by an individual player in a season?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense though. They had an incredible offense this year.
Because I think it was LaDainian Tomlinson
Tomlinson
had the old record. Like
Yeah.
200 something points scored by himself.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. That's so
And he
many
should have
extra
gotten
points and
MVP.
field goals. Then you say that because you had money on it.
Not even that. When is there ever going to be a kicker that probably deserves it?
Yeah. At least,
I mean? I'm not saying Kenneth Walker didn't deserve it, but without him, I mean, they don't win that game.
The fact that there was even a conversation about it is enough of a reason.
None of the field goals were very long. I think if you maybe made a 50-yarder or something like that, but
they were
the game
mostly
kind
all
of
chip
stunk
shots
in general. And I think it just showed you what the Patriots kind of really were this season.
I think their lack of experience and only having a second-year quarterback and first-year coach really came back to bite them in the butt, if I'm being honest.
Because, I mean, Drake May did not play well.
No, he didn't. But he's a second-year quarterback with a really good defense and a really good head coach. I mean, it gets exposed with experience offenses and defenses, and that's what Seattle has. I mean, he still finished with 295 yards throwing.
Well, yeah, but that Mac Hollins touchdown was pretty far, kind of.
Yeah,
I mean,
the 2 interceptions hurt him. The fumble was the bad one. I guess that was an interception.
No, but it's good experience going forward, but you can't just say we're going to be back. You can look at Joe Burrow. They said, he was just going to be back and stuff like that. It's not easy. And it's just crazy to think a team like the Seahawks, they keep getting back.
Yeah, seriously. With Sam Darnold, too.
He was 28. I did not realize he was – that's pretty young
crazy.
for
that feels
the
like
crazy
he's my
career
age.
he's had.
That is why I would not have guessed that. What a journey he's been through, though. But, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of proves that, a quick turnaround can happen for just about anybody. Look what the Patriots were last year. I mean, their coach got fired, and they're in the Super Bowl, and Sam Darnold led the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. It really shows you, you can quickly turn things around. Does Drake May getting to the Super Bowl make you feel a little more confident about where the Bears are at?
Yeah, I guess. You just gotta get a better defense, really, if you're the Bears, and which is very rarely is it just the defense you're worried about for the Bears.
Yeah,
usually it's the other way
around. But I also think there's gonna be a big learning curve because you're gonna have that first place schedule next year.
Oh yeah, which is what you want to see. I mean, like I heard Big Cat say, it's tough for a team like the Bears who are still kind of in a rebuild to have the year that they had.
Oh, for sure.
But in football, you always want to take the opportunities you have in the moment. You never know. But for the Bears fans, really, if you look at the Super Bowl, what was a big thing for me was teams don't have to play in the cities that they are from.
Yeah, you're going to be a fan of the Indiana Bears here soon.
San Francisco is nowhere near the stadium.
No.
I mean,
it's like 45 minutes.
I think where the Bears stadium would be is going to be a lot closer to Chicago than that is. Because really, truthfully, it's only like 30 minutes away from Chicago is where they want to put it. It's just in Indiana.
The Indiana Bears.
I mean, it's a shame. I am now on the wave of I'm down to just stay at Soldier Field.
No, that stadium.
I don't really care about having a dome. Why do I need? Why do we need a dome for? You're never going to have a dome.
No, but we're not the same metropolis that Chicago is.
But I don't.
You're
really
never going to have a Final Four in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You can have a Final Four in Chicago.
I don't want to have a Final Four wherever the Bears have it. I don't care for that to happen. I care about my football team playing there. I don't care about anything else that goes on there. I understand it'd be cool. I don't even want to have a Super Bowl in Chicago because then everyone's just going to, like Big Cat said, everyone's just going to complain that it's cold and crappy in Chicago at that time of year.
Yeah, like everybody did for Minnesota, one of the best stadiums in America.
I don't really. I will say I was one that always wanted a dome. I don't want it anymore. I don't really care to get one anymore. I don't really think it. I think it takes away from the advantage they have, the advantage the Packers have, the advantage the Bears have. It's going to be very limited in the next 10 to 15 years of teams that actually play outside.
I want the Bears to have a dome because eventually the Packers are going to be the only team with an outdoor stadium.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a team with a dome now because
then I can call you soft for having a dome when the Packers play.
I'm so tired of the whole thing.
Because the Packers will never. I mean, you're never going to put a dome in Green Bay because, like I said, you're never going to host
the whole stadium from the ground up. You're not going to go build it somewhere else in Green Bay.
Yeah, or the team's just going to move. Like it's never.
And
it's never going to happen.
I don't want to go to Indiana, and then there's Iowa too. But I'm so tired of hearing about it. Just figure it out. Kevin Warren, do your job.
Yeah, billionaires crying poor, and I will never side with billionaires who cry poor.
Well, and then I mean, if you look at it, Indiana has a great offer too. I mean, what they offered the Bears, like what they're going to allow, and like the way that they're going to help, it's almost like they can't refuse that offer.
Yeah, there's a lot of cleaning up that needs to be done, though. If they're going to put in Gary.
I don't think it's going to go in Gary.
Dude.
I think it's going to be close to that casino that we went to.
Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just goes to Gary, right? I don't think it's going to be in the area of it, but I don't think it's going to be in Gary, Indiana. Everyone just says that to be annoying.
But I don't know, man. It is right there.
I'm just tired of it. I am ready for them to pick a spot or just stay at Soldier Field.
Yeah, the whole dance, I think what eventually is, I think they're going to end up in Arlington Heights. I really do. If I had to put money on something.
They better build another track there because they got rid of that horse track for no reason.
Bring back the track. Let's shift over. We haven't done hardly any, outside of the Bulls, we haven't done any NBA talk this year. So let's catch up. The Detroit Pistons are freakishly good. They are only like a game behind the Oklahoma City Thunder for the best record in the NBA.
They were this way last year, dude. They made a crazy turnaround from the year before last to last year. I mean,
yeah.
Cade Cunningham, really good.
Cade Cunningham is a star.
They are a good team, and I don't see them having really any trouble in the East.
Dude, I don't know, because I would say the same thing, but Boston's only 5.5 games out, and they haven't had Jason Tatum, who's potentially coming back this year.
I don't think he's coming back, but he might. I'm not saying he isn't, but he might. The East is just weird this year because then Cleveland just got James Harden.
The Charlotte Hornets are like on a free. They won like 9 in a row before losing last week.
Yeah, and there's the Bulls who suck. But
the Bulls don't deserve to be in the playoff. I don't know. I don't think it's as much of a foregone conclusion in the East as it is in the West with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, I think
the Spurs are really good. The Spurs beat them almost every time they play.
Yeah, and still sitting right behind them is the Nuggets. I mean, are we forgetting that Nikola Jokic is on that team?
I think the NBA playoffs are going to be great this year.
The Rockets, who are still young and insanely good.
And you know what I hate? I hate this play-in tournament. I hate it. It's terrible.
I feel like I've just accepted it. It's never going to go away.
No, it's not. They're going because you get more. It's just like a wild card, pretty much, for baseball.
The East play-in tournament, as it sits now, is bad. I think the Magic are pretty good, but like the Heat, Hornets, and Hawks don't care.
I think some teams should be kicked out.
Yeah, the Bulls and the Hawks should have like a 10.
500. You're not allowed in the playoffs.
But like the West, your matchups as of right now, which is probably what it's going to end up being, because Memphis is 5.5 games out of the 10 seed. You're going to see Phoenix versus the Clippers. That's going to be a really fun game. And then the Warriors and the Blazers. Those are not bad teams.
No, the Warriors will have Steph back probably at some point.
And sitting right there and potentially moving out is the Timberwolves, who are getting better and better. So I think the NBA playoffs are going to be really.
The Clippers will be able to keep it up throughout the season now with getting rid of James Harden. But they did get Darius Garland, who's a pretty good player.
Yeah, I think the top 8 in the West are really good, but I also think the top 7 in the East are pretty good. I know that Orlando's only 28 and 25, but dude, Paulo Banchero is so fun to watch. The Heat don't do much for me.
What's going on
But
with Giannis? What is the deal with this?
I mean, I think he's at the end of his contract is up this year.
No, I think they have to trade him at his contract. He just signed a new one not too long ago.
I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't know what's going on there.
They said he either was going to get traded at the deadline or maybe in the offseason.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back with the Bucks next year, but I also thought he'd get traded 2 weeks ago.
It just makes no sense to me. Why would you want to be on a team that you know you're not going to be on, and they're not very good?
Yeah, they're worse than the Bulls.
Yeah, which is
here's what I want sitting here middle of February. The Eastern Conference, I want to see the Pistons and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I don't care what has to happen, but give me the Thunder and Spurs, and let's play best of 15, dude.
Dude, they don't play each other, I don't think, anymore, because it seemed like they were playing each other every other week to start the season. But yeah, Wemby it makes no sense what Wemby is doing.
No. He's a freak.
It doesn't make any. It's crazy. He's still growing.
Yeah, that's insane. That is absurd.
Cooper Flag, dude. Cooper Flag is playing so well.
Yeah, he's really turned it on.
And he's 19 years old.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, man. Before we switch back over to sports, do you have a small business shout out? We did this back during COVID, try to bring it back every once in a while. But I had a great experience today. Niku Japanese cuisine in Ottawa, Illinois. Some of the best sushi I've had. No wait. There's another place down the street from it that's a really famous sushi house. And we went somewhere a little bit different. And I'm telling you, the food was just as good, if not better. It had appetizers, drinks, and an entree. We were in and out in like 35, 40 minutes. Niku Japanese cuisine in Ottawa, Illinois is definitely my go-to for this week's small business shout out.
Mine is I went, I got some takeout last night from Main Street Bar and Grill. It's a place in Mendota that
I'm going there today when this comes out.
Yeah, it was a place where it was everyone went to, and then the owner retired, they sold it, and then the people who bought it pretty much redid the inside but kept the name, and they're kind of having like sort of the same menu.
Similar,
like food wise, it's like burgers, wings, wraps, stuff like that. And I got it last night and it was delicious. I just got takeout. I went in and got it, but it looks amazing inside too. The way they redid it.
I know. I saw pictures in the videos, man. It looks awesome.
They have a back room that they redid that they're going to be using, which is going to be awesome. The bar looks amazing. It's very cool inside.
And I don't know if we've done it before, but just down the street too is also a place called Frankie's. I don't know if we've given them a shout out. Their food's incredible too. So Mendota has got some good things going right now.
We got some coffee places went up. Coffee Barn. I mean, it's really cool what Mendota has going for it right now. It's nice for me and Boomy, who live in Mendota, to see it kind of starting to grow a little bit back to for a few years there was like nothing. And it's nice.
We had a couple structure fires that took out some places.
Even that is just places were selling and people were kind of starting to get them back going. And it's kind of everything's back at it.
And it's a big hat tip. There's a group called Reimagine Mendota that's trying to spark, like we've talked a couple times about, like the food truck. They have like a food truck event like every other Monday in the summer, and just like getting people out.
Even if you like, we got pickleball, we got disc golf. There's a whole 18-hole course now, so
big time.
Very cool, and it's nice for me and Boomy to see.
For sure, for sure. Good things happening, man. We also, like I said, we haven't talked a ton of NBA. We also haven't talked a ton of college hoops. So let's catch up a little bit on there. Because if we would have talked about this 2 months ago, we would have said Michigan and Arizona. And even so, right now, they only have 2 losses between them, Michigan and Arizona. But if 2 months ago it would have been like, it's going to be those two teams in the finals. I don't know if that's the case anymore because we're seeing some other teams really surging and people aren't giving a ton of credence to. And one of those being our in-state Illinois Fighting Illini, I think have a legitimate shot to be in a Final Four.
Oh, yeah. They took care of Indiana today.
Indiana stinks.
They lost to Wisconsin, but Wisconsin also turned around after they beat them and beat Michigan State.
Yep.
I think this March Madness is going to be awesome. Arizona lost to Texas Tech in overtime. Michigan kind of went on a little bit of a not great streak. They're back playing good. I mean, it's going to be fun to see. I mean, there are a lot of good teams.
Yep. You're 100% right. Duke's starting to put some things together. As much as I hate Duke, I hate to tell you right now, and I hate to be a homer, but the Florida Gators are playing really good basketball. They just smoked Kentucky yesterday, have picked up some really big wins. Started really, really slow on the season. Bad loss to TCU early.
If you're a fan of the MAC, Miami of Ohio, undefeated still.
Yes, they are. But I also saw that some experts are saying they're going to have to win the MAC tournament to get in. I don't know if that's going to be the case.
If you're undefeated in the regular season, I don't care who you play, get in the tournament.
Yep, I don't disagree with you.
I don't think they will have a problem with that.
Even programs that like get talked about but don't get, like Kansas beating Arizona. Kansas is a really good team who might have the best player in the country, and he sits out all the time.
See, Kansas State fired their coach?
Yeah, Jerome Tang. Yeah, did you see why?
No.
He was going on like tirades on the media about how his players don't deserve to wear the uniform, and like he took their nameplates off the back of their uniform yesterday.
And he still owed like $18 million.
Yeah, it's insane. I keep forgetting that Iowa State is 21-2, UConn 22-2. Like, there's so many good basketball teams. Nebraska, Michigan State, who beat Illinois, North Carolina, who beat Duke, Gonzaga lost to Portland State. That should count for something, though. But like, there's legitimately even I'm looking here. Texas Tech is ranked 16th. St. John's is 17th. You could make an argument for any of those top 16s to be in an Elite Eight.
Well, I think it's going to be an amazing conference tournament into March Madness. I think it's going to be one of the best.
It was phenomenal last year. I think it's just going to be even better this year.
Better than last year. I think there's just...
I don't know if it can get better than last year with Florida winning it all.
Well, okay, yeah, for you. But I think in general, it's going to be... There's no like set team that could win it. I mean, there's teams that can win it, but yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if some random team won it.
And Florida was I know Florida was a top 5 team in the country last year, but it still felt like it was UConn's tournament.
They weren't supposed to beat Houston.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, it's just been so fun. There's so much parity and like teams that kind of disappeared for a little bit that are now starting to resurge. Nebraska has never won a tournament game and they're 7th in the country.
And this is not good for the people that don't like the transfer portal, because this is the reason why it is. Yeah. Because it makes a lot of teams good at random times. So if you aren't a fan of the transfer portal, this season for basketball is not great for you, I'd say.
Very true.
But it's awesome. And it's
so fun. We're going to have to get some more shows going just because, like I told you earlier, dude, I've probably watched at least 1 or 2 college basketball games every weeknight, when I get home from work or, laying in bed watching those late night
YouTube
ones.
TV, you can do like the multi-view. There's always multiple games on. You wake up on a Sunday, there's a game on. Saturday, usually Fridays, there's games.
Oh, Saturdays are the best. You get a tip off at like 10 a.m. and then you just sit back and watch. We haven't even talked about BYU having the best player in the country.
Well, yeah, but they just lost one of their other players to an ACL tear. I think.
AJ DeBonsa, I don't care what AJ DeBonsa is the best prospect in the country.
Unbelievable.
He is a freak. He is a grown man, and he is like 18 years old.
He's making BYU a top team by himself.
Yeah, dude, he is so fun to watch. So fun.
But yeah, if you're not watching college basketball, it's a great time to get into it. There's not a lot on. Baseball's kind
And
of
it's so
getting back
accessible,
going.
like you said.
You know what? I'd rather watch college basketball than the NBA, honestly.
I've always said that, and I like the NBA. I don't like the people that poo-poo all over the NBA, but college basketball is just so much more fun.
I don't like that either, but sometimes the NBA brings it on themselves.
Big time. 100%.
Like you have to have a rule in place that teams aren't able to do like the load management, then like something's wrong. If players just don't want to play.
I agree. I'm with you. Also, last thing, I know they're not much to watch, but Northwestern has a kid named Nick Martinelli who is 7th in the country in scoring. Went to Glenbard West. So if you catch any
random teams have the top scorers, but it's usually like a team that probably shoots a lot.
The third, in the country, AJ DeBonsa is the leading scorer. Right behind him is PJ Haggerty at Kansas State. But number 3 is a kid named Jordan Riley at East Carolina, which is not a school most people have watched this year.
No.
And the 6th leading scorer plays at Cal Baptist.
Jesse, that's kind of pretty random, but it's probably the team that shoots a 3-pointer every 15 seconds.
No, he might be the only scorer there. That's why. Sure. That's why. Well, let's wrap things up. We've had a loaded show. We haven't, been super consistent, but we're trying, guys. Trust me. We talk about this every week. We're getting our schedules a little bit more nailed down here. But let's wrap things up, Zach, as always, with the TCF top 3. And we talked about it a little bit earlier with the World Baseball Classic coming back. So we've got the World Baseball Classic hats. If you can see on the screen, if not, Google it if you're listening. So there's.
I'm going to have to apologize. I'm going to have to maybe describe the hat because I'm not going to know every country.
Okay.
Because of the hat.
All right. That is fair. I do want you to take a guess, though, as to what it might be. Do you want to go first or do you want?
I'm going to go number 1 right away, and that's Canada.
Dang it, dude, I was hoping you wouldn't see that.
Sick. I mean, they kind of stole like the Maple Leafs, but I mean, that is awesome. I might buy that hat.
I was just going to say that. That might be the one I feel like I might have to buy.
I mean, that is just awesome.
All right, I'm going to put politics completely to the side. I don't want to hear anything. The Israel hat is like the most interesting one because it's got the Star of David.
Boring.
Yeah, but it's the only one that doesn't just have a letter on it besides the Canada one.
What is that?
It's the Star of David. It's the Jewish Star of David.
I'm looking at the wrong. I am not going to lie. I thought that was the Italy one.
Oh, gotcha. No, it's second row all the way to the right.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's different. Again, I don't want to get into politics in Israel versus Palestine, all that stuff.
Baseball. It's World Baseball Classic.
Yep. I'm just here to talk baseball. Like I said, a lot of these hats are just a letter of the country. Like Canada's is not. That one's really good. But this one, and then I'm also with my second round pick, I'm going to take the Netherlands right below Israel again, just because that has the Netherlands crown on it. And it's different.
I just assume that I don't know a lot of countries. Australia. I'm going to Australia.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Very cool.
It's a good color scheme too.
Kind of looks like the A's.
I was thinking that exact same thing. Like it would be like an A's minor league team.
Man, you took mine. I wanted that.
You wanted the Netherlands one?
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, that one is cool. And they're usually pretty good because
USA is a great hat.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's just so classic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm gonna go. And I think there's a lot of good hats. There's not a lot of great hats in this group. Again, probably just because it's different, I will go with Colombia, the yellow one there. It's just a different color scheme with the yellow, red, and blue.
What's the country underneath Australia's?
That is Chinese Taipei, so Taiwan. Okay. That's a good one too. I kind of like that one. The Great Britain one below that is different because the GB, or I'm sorry, that's is that the Czech Republic is below Chinese Taipei. How it kind of looks like a home plate.
It's like, is that Panama?
Which one?
The one above Puerto
Next
Rico?
to Mexico. Yeah, that's Panama.
See, them in Japan, their hats are the same, just a different letter.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Puerto Rico's one I almost picked just because, like, I feel like all the guys on Puerto Rico are just cool, right? It's like Javi Baez and Manny Machado.
No, Javi Baez is not allowed on the team. You know why?
I know, but he's played for them in the past.
I know, but that pissed me off.
Yeah, that's stupid.
We're not going to get into it, but
so much more with theirs.
Some of the people allowed to play, and we're going to not be allowed to play because he's maybe a little weed. What are we doing here?
What's the worst one on this? Because I think there's an easy worst one. It's Brazil.
That or Italy. I mean, the ones that just have a letter, I don't really like those. Do a little something.
Yeah, but I feel like even the letters alone, okay, like the Columbia C, that's fine, but like they just seem so basic and like some stock font from Microsoft Word on the Brazil and the Italy one. Italy could do so much more. I'm
not really a fan of the Great Britain one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
It's like a superhero thing.
Yeah. I'm with you. Let us know what your guys' favorites are. Don't forget World Baseball Classic kicks off. I think they have exhibition games on March 3rd. The Cubs are taking on Team Italy, so that should be fun at least.
And if you're either you stay up all night or you're an early riser, I know the Japan ones are like 5 a.m.
Yep, those are going to be a good time. But that's going to do it for us. This is episode 274. As always, guys, thanks for checking in. I promise we're working on getting our schedules a little more regulated so we can get back doing this more frequently. Make sure you check us out on X at @typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give those pages a like. I'm at like 497 followers on TikTok, so give that page a follow for daily history videos as well as stuff from our shows. Head on over to YouTube, subscribe there for all the content in video form. Wherever you get your podcast, make sure you subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, whatever you can, wherever you get your podcast. You can find me on X at typical. Oh, no, I'm at Boomy TCF, not typical_Chicago. That's the main page.
Kind of it's in the name.
TCF, it is. So. I know. And Zach is at Z-Lilia TCF, so give him a follow as well. As always, guys, thanks for checking in. We appreciate you as always. This was episode 274 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.